U.S. President Donald Trump has dismissed the federal investigation into alleged Russian collusion in the 2016 election and talks about a proposed border wall. His lawyers had been reassured he was not a target in Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation, he said. Talks in Congress about wall funding, the issue behind the recent government shutdown, were a waste of time. Mr. Trump was interviewed by the New York Times, a paper he repeatedly described as failing in the past. The paper's interview with Mr. Trump came after he contacted its publisher, A.G. Sulzberger. The failing New York Times wrote a story that made it seem like the White House counsel had turned on the president, when in fact it is just the opposite, and the two fake reporters knew this. This is why the fake news media has become the enemy of the people. So bad for America. Mr. Sulzberger asked the president to stop his attacks on the media last year, saying they could lead to violence against journalists. "I'll continue to build the wall, and we'll get the wall finished," the president said, dismissing the talks between congressional Republicans and Democrats over the impasse and implying he could declare a national emergency to ensure the barrier is built. Tapping into emergency presidential powers could enable Mr. Trump to bypass Congress and access the money and resources needed to complete the project. Critics have said the situation at the border does not constitute a true emergency and invoking one would be an abuse of power. Mr. Trump has sought $5.7 billion, £4.4 billion, for a wall on the southern border. The Democrats refuse to provide it, arguing it is immoral and ineffective. The divide led to the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, which will resume on 15 February if no budget can be agreed.